I'm Lisa Haisha. Welcome to the Legacy Interviews. Today on my couch, I'm with Marianne Williamson. And I've been a huge fan of hers for a decade now. I go and listen to her speak in Los Angeles. She speaks regularly every Monday night about spirituality and A Course in Miracles. And she's brilliant at it. She has helped so many of my friends. She's helped me with my issues, especially around relationships and how to love yourself and be open to opening your heart to others. So if you want to know about that, you need to go see Marianne. So today we are going to uncover who Marianne is, what she does, what drives her, and she's a best-selling author with over 15 books, I believe.
11.
11 books, and she has so much information and so much to share. So welcome, Marianne.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming today.
Oh, you're welcome. It's wonderful being here.
Yes.
Hearing your story.
Oh, thank you. The people I associate with and my clients and my mailing list, everyone said, we would love to hear Marianne Williamson. You have touched so many people.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this is about legacy. Your legacy today is already so strong and so powerful. You've already made such a dent on the consciousness of the world.
Thank you.
And I want to acknowledge that before we even get started in this.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you are the epitome of what this is all about.
Thank you.
So I wanted to know what drives you to help people so much and to explore yourself in the world at such a deep and profound level.
Well, I don't think my deeper yearning is any different than anyone else's. I just feel very fortunate because I have a place to put it. Even when I was a little girl, I had a real thing about God. I was kind of a mystical child, you know. And then I remember when I was in high school, I saw my first astrology book, and I took a class when I was 14 years old in the summer school program, and it said philosophical approaches to the question of God. I remember that. It was in New Hampshire. And I remember when I saw in the booklet, you know, that was the name of a class I could take. Philosophical approaches to the question of God. I was just in heaven. I couldn't even believe such a thing existed. So that was always just my interest. But I had a difficult time. I think the 20s are hard for most people. And growing up, even though I started reading books about religion and philosophy, and I was always interested in East, West, esoteric, traditional. I never saw a big divide there. I mean, I was interested in traditional religious philosophers, but also out there esoteric occult stuff. It's always just different kinds of candy to me. But I had a difficult time. I couldn't figure out with a lot of it how to apply it to my own life and my own relationships. And then when I was in my 20s, I saw A Course in Miracles and started reading it. The Course doesn't claim to be for everybody, but if it's for you, you know it, I think. And so when I read The Course in Miracles, it was like, got it, because I felt it was like, for me, it was like you go to a cathedral and there is this huge flight of stairs. And I climbed those stairs, and sometimes my knees were bloody, my elbows. I mean, I tried so hard to get to the top of those stairs. And then there was this door, a big wooden door, and I still couldn't unlock it. And The Course in Miracles gave me the key. And that key, and I'm not saying this hadn't been written anywhere else that I'd read, it's just that I hadn't gotten it. And that was the idea that the key is other people. And I had been one of those people, and many are, where sometimes I would even ignore you because, excuse me, I'm searching for God. I didn't realize there was no searching for God, but through you, through this relationship. And that's the key that the Course gave me. So it was just my own search and my own excitement about it. And then when I first, very early, when I was reading A Course in Miracles, very early, like the first 2 weeks or something, I'd gone over to where it was published in New York. And Judy Scutch, it was their apartment where they were publishing, and she was leaving. And her husband said, well, she's leaving, she's traveling. She was off to the airport because she was flying to Houston, Texas to give a talk about the Course. And I actually was born and raised in Houston. And I remember thinking, wow, you mean people could do that with their lives? That she just goes around talking about A Course in Miracles, like, whoa. And So I just was a passionate student of the course. I still am. And then years later, I started having little groups at my bookstore in Houston, and then 5 years after that, started lecturing in Los Angeles. And then 5 years after that, published my first book. And